If the Quran 29:46 commands you to tell the people of the book that we believe in what has been revealed to them, why then we tell them that we disbelieve in their Bible? Easy. Very easy. As Ibn Kathir reports in the Tafsir exegesis.
Hey, Sam, but before we before we continue here, my goodness, just notice, ladies and gentlemen, it's, hey, why does your God say this? Oh, well, let's go to Ibn Kathir.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I mean, just for people, for the record, so people will understand. Ibn Kathir is writing over 700 years after the reported death of Muhammad.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to recap this point because it's important. Here, look, Allah says that he's confirming the scriptures that were revealed to us. And as we'll see, this is referring to the Torah and the Gospel. But Ibn Kathir says, wait a minute, why can't you tell us what Allah says?
Exactly.
Why can't you just go to another Quran verse and say, hey, here's what Allah says? Because, ladies and gentlemen, here's something we're going to see over and over and over again. Muslims have to tell us what Allah really means.
Let's go!
Islam's greatest commentator of all time, Ibn Kathir, describes the historical context for us. I'll just read what he said in the Battles of the Prophet.
Let's read the most respected Muslim commentary in history on this verse, Tafsir of Ibn Kathir on chapter 3, verse 28 of the Quran. One of the most respected Muslim commentators of all time, Qurtubi, comments on Surah 61, verse 14.
And again, I'm reading Halali Khan that provides explanation within parentheses.
In case there's any confusion about the meaning of this verse, here are 3 classic Muslim commentaries on Surah 65, verse 4 of the Quran.
Because it says, unless it's to guard yourselves against them. And so the claim would be, oh, you're guarding yourselves against them, so they're coming to kill you. No, that's not what the text is saying at all. I did want to read the commentary of Ibn Kathir on here.
This is part 3 of the Al-Firdaus edition of Ibn Kathir. Let's read a bit of what the Darussalam edition left out.
Chapter 61, verse 14 of the Quran. Allah says that he aided the true followers of Jesus until they became uppermost. Now, I suppose you can interpret that in different ways. Commentators such as Yusuf Ali.
In Ibn Kathir's Battles of the Prophet, we read about the historical background of Surah 9, verses 28 to 29.
But just let me give you the commentary of Tafsir Jalalain, one of the most respected Muslim commentaries of all time.
Let me give you the words of Ibn Kathir, one of the greatest Sunni Islamic commentator of all time.
Let me go ahead and read a commentary on this.
In his commentary on this verse, Yusuf Ali says,
if you let just the Muslim scholars explain the verse, not me, not David Wood, Muslim scholars such as Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi.
We have a comment here. We have some commentary from Fath al-Bari.
Certain modern Muslim scholars are beginning to acknowledge that they've got a problem here. Dr. Abdullah Saeed, professor of Arab and Islamic Studies at the University of Melbourne.
Let's go with how Omar, the second caliph, understood this very passage. This comes from Ibn Kathir, his exposition of chapter 5, verse 51 and chapter 5, verse 57. So here's how he interprets the passage. And I'll actually read from Ibn Kathir. Let me read it. Ibn Kathir, not me, not you, not some Yahudi. Guys, go back and read Ibn Kathir, any commentator.
Because when we go to the commentators, we find out what these terms mean, what it means for spreading mischief in the land.
This guy is as Sunni as you can possibly be, ladies and gentlemen, and he's quoting other Sunni authorities. So let's go ahead and look at Ibn Kathir's commentary.
We know about people like Ibn Abbas and what we read in Al-Tabari. Let me give you a few quotes. Ibn Kathir, Islam's greatest commentator on the Quran, as you know, says,
many classical Muslim commentators, unlike Muslims today, based their views on the Quran.
Muslims have to tell us what Allah really means.